And here we are, masterclass with Lydia Sarfati. So I will introduce myself to you for those of you who don't know me and perhaps are joining us for the first time. I am Lydia Sarfati, President and Founder and CEO of Repechage. I'm also an author, esthetician, spa owner, and a manufacturer. And we've launched Repechage in 1980. And prior to that, I had my own skincare center in Manhattan, which I have opened in 1977, right off Fifth Avenue on 53rd Street. So over 4.5 decades of experience in the professional skincare business, and Repechage today is very much a global company. We are in over 50 countries around the world, in Asia, in Africa, in South America, in Europe, in Eastern Europe. So over the decades, we were able to penetrate many different markets with many different cultures. In fact, one of my first distributorships was in Japan in 1981, and everyone was kind of in USA surprised, how was I able to penetrate the Japanese market? And of course, the secret was seaweed, because the Japanese population eats it every single day, more than 2 ounces a day. And look at their hair, look at their skin, they ageless, you don't know at 90, if they're 90, if they're 60. So certainly there is a great deal of wonderful nutrients that are found in seaweed, and I will tell you a little bit more about it later. But beside having extensive experience in the professional skincare market, I was on the board of many professional industries. And today I am the president of Sedesco Section USA, an organization that is celebrating 75 years in existence with headquarters in Zurich.
Lydia Sarfati is the founder and CEO of Repechage, the first company to bring seaweed-based skincare treatments and cosmetics to the U.S. Sarfati is an international industry leader with over 4 decades of experience as an esthetician, spa owner, manufacturer, and published author. She has been featured and quoted in Vogue, In Style, and the New York Times, and appeared on the Today Show and Good Morning America. Lydia revolutionized the beauty industry in 1980 with the launch of the Repechage 4-layer facial, named the Facial of the Century by Cosmopolitan UK. Sarfati works with her R&D team to develop the highest quality skincare and cosmetics. The core of Repechage products are based on the most nutrient-rich source of sustainably harvested seaweed. Repechage is a family-owned and run business. Together with David and Shiri, the Sarfatis celebrate 40 years of award-winning professional treatments and products. Lydia has been recognized around the world, including the Chevalerie Knight Award by Intercoiffeur Mondial and the prestigious 2019 Sedesco Médaille du Mérite Award, the world's major international beauty therapy association, for her work in bringing this high level of education standards to the United States. Today, Lydia continues to bring her passion, expertise, and excellence to the beauty industry.
So a little glimpse into our world, and you already know that Repechage has celebrated last July 40 years, and our mission and the core of our business is our dedication to the professional skincare industry globally. Repechage is both a luxurious, natural, and clinical skincare based on research, clinical studies, and wonderful results. Today, we have over 180 products, and what fuels our company on daily basis is true passion to our professional beauty industry. We are a real true manufacturers, and we manufacture everything here in Secaucus, New Jersey. We are awarded an international quality standard of operation, and the scope of our business is manufacturing, distributing, and developing skincare products. The core of our business and raw material is sustainably harvested seaweed, and there is nothing more sustainable than seaweed. Seaweed is one of the most, you know, when I think of seaweed, I just really want to shout, and because it's such a complete plant. It suffers from no deficiencies. It's very rich in all of the minerals, trace elements, vitamins, fluorotenants. It sustains the life at cellular level. Today, and for centuries, seaweed has been used in agriculture. And today, you will see seaweed being used in medicine, in food industry, in cosmetic industry. And I strongly believe that seaweed will be the fuel of the future. When you're going to fly a plane, it's going to be powered by seaweed. And you heard it here first. So seaweed is wonderful. The harvest of seaweed takes place in both spring and summer. So actually right now we're harvesting our seaweed, and it's always harvested by repechage, by hand. This is actually one of our harvesters, Micah. And worldwide, seaweed has over 40,000 different species. And we have a science and knowledge on about 14 different species of seaweed. So we are real true pioneers in the field of seaweed. What are the benefits of seaweed? So many, but I can round it up to 3: exfoliation, moisturization, and anti-aging. Everything we need to have a gorgeous skin in every decade of our life. This is our consultant, Professor Charles Yarish, who was the head of seaweed department at UConn University in Connecticut. Brilliant man and a world expert on seaweed agriculture. He has helped us to find the same seaweed that we used to harvest off the coast of France in Brittany. So thank you, Professor Yarish. As I was saying already, repechage seaweed is very rich in 12 vitamins, 18 amino acids, 42 trace elements and minerals, phytohormones, fluorotenants, and polysaccharides. What is unique to the treatment that I will present to you is also our application system. It is unidose, pre-measured, and it assures perfect application each and every time. Whether I perform the facial treatment or you perform the facial treatment, we will have both the same results. Most importantly, we're going to have a very happy client that will truly see the benefits, the results, and the complexion will look brighter, more even tone, hydrated, and lines and wrinkles will be diminished. The wonderful thing about the Biolight facial that I will demonstrate to you, you will see that everything that is needed to perform this facial is in the box, even including the hair bands. So you don't have to like, oh, where is a hairband? Where is a brush? Where are eye rescue pads? So everything is here. You don't have to look for anything. Everything is in the box. And this particular Biolight facial box contains 5 complete facials. Repechage continues to be an award-winning professional treatment and at-home retail product. We have been seen on the Today Show, New York Times, Good Morning America, InStyle. In fact, this month, InStyle is featuring our wonderful sonic spatula, which you will get to see me using it during the removal of a cleanser. So it's wonderful when wonderful magazines endorse you. It's wonderful when we have that love and passion also from the editorial world. But today's treatment is focusing on hyperpigmentation and disorder of causing the dark spots on the face. This treatment market of this particular skin condition is valued at approximately 5 billion US dollars, and it's currently estimated to generate up to $8.4 billion by 2024. So it's a huge opportunity, huge market potential, and certainly you want to make sure that you offer these type of treatments in your salon and spa when you graduate, if you work for a doctor, plastic surgeon, med spa, or even in the school. In the school, it might be a little bit, costly for the client, but certainly we can have parts of the facial treatment that you can provide for clients coming in for clinical work in schools. So sun is basically, we always think, oh, sun. Sun is not the only cause of hyperpigmentation. While it is true that there is an increase in production of melatonin in the outermost layer of the skin when exposed to unprotected UV exposure, but also many people develop spots due to some other reasons. Because you may hear a client say, I never go to the sun, why am I hyperpigmented? Why do I have this dark spot? So let's take a look at what else may cause the hyperpigmentation. Well, sun exposure is one, hormonal imbalance, women especially during pregnancy or menopause, or while taking birth control pills, may develop melasma, may develop hyperpigmentation and spots on the face. Also, when we have issues with liver, liver is responsible for metabolizing and detoxifying and getting rid of the chemicals and fats from our body. But, when you hear about people saying, oh, I'm getting my liver purified or my liver cleansed, what does it mean? Is the liver getting clogged? But maybe some of the nutrition or some of the choices you make are not the best for the liver. So fatty foods, consumption of a lot of alcohol, for example, and things that are difficult to metabolize, but also toxins from the environment. So purifying the liver is very important as well. And you purify the liver by eating correctly, by eating the right foods, taking juices that are vegetable juices. Celery juice, for example, is one of the great antitoxin juices that you can do in the morning. The hormonal imbalance, like melasma, is the form of hyperpigmentation that is characterized by patches of browns, kind of pigmentation on the cheeks, jawline, upper lip area. Very often people get also dark and around the lip area. So this is one area you have to be concern, especially when you're doing waxing on upper lip area. Because when you wax, not only do you remove the hair, but you also remove a barrier from the skin of dead skin cells. So if you do not put a sunscreen after waxing, the client is going to leave your place and get exposed to UVA. And over time, they're going to develop a darkened patch around the upper lip area. So, you know, things like, duh, I should have known that. Sometimes we don't. So always after waxing, especially on the face, make sure you use a sun protection. Repechage makes a wonderful mineral block called Face Shield. It's pure zinc oxide and titanium dioxide. So it gives you just this wonderful velvety finish to the skin and protects the skin, creating a barrier and preventing sun damage. Okay. Now, this is again, I am sure your instructors tell you and teach you, don't pick on your skin, don't pick on your skin, don't pick on your skin. And that is one of the greatest issues that happens. It's that post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. So what happens very often is when a client just goes to the mirror, picks on their skin, they're going to get this type of darkened spots. So while pimples go eventually away, these kind of spots and scars are much more difficult to deal with. So here again, very important to provide the client with proper protection. So Repechage just launched a hydromatic concealer cover up with micro silver. It's a green stick with micro silver that they can cover up the pustule instead of picking and poking on it and then putting one of our foundations on that will give you a better protection. So the post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, or for short PIH, is more prevalent in darker skin individuals, Fitzpatrick scale 4 through 6, and not so much in Fitzpatrick scale 1 or 2. Now, these are kind of fun information. It's like trivia questions. So I'm sitting on my porch drinking Earl Grey tea, and at night I'm looking in the mirror and I'm all spotted with dark spots. What happened? I was not that much on the sun. What happened here? So what happened here is that Earl Grey tea, while it's very tasty, it has an oil of bergamot, and the oil of bergamot will cause hyperpigmentation. When it's combined, your skin with an exposure to the sun may develop the dark spots. So no gray tea, Earl Grey tea, not while you're outdoors. Now, margarita burns, that's another one. So you're out by the pool, the weather is great, you're feeling fabulous, you're either having margarita or you're having a beer and you're putting a lime in your beer and you're thinking, wow, life is fabulous. But there is a chemical called furocomerin that in conjunction or with the reaction with the sunlight is going to cause what? Hyperpigmentation and spots. So no margaritas, no lime, again, when you're out on the beach. Even you don't have to be on the beach, you could be on your deck, on your porch, on your balcony. Unacceptable, unless you don't mind to get little dark spots all over. So now we know what are some of the causes. Let's address how we can fix it and what can we do as an esthetician. So the facial treatment that I will demonstrate and present is called the Biolight Miracle Facial with Glycosea Peel. Like I have already said, everything you will need to perform this treatment will be found in the box. We're going to have 5 Biolight cleanser. We're going to have 1 Biolight brightening toner. We're going to have 5 Biolight glycosea peels. We're going to have 5 brightening skin serums. We're going to have 5 brightening massage creams. We're going to have 5 Biolight brightening pro mask powder and gel. We're going to have Biolight day cream to finish off the facial, which also contains zinc oxide, so it will give you that added protection. Eye rescue pads, 5 headbands, 1 spatula, and 1 application brush. And look at these fabulous ingredients that are in the facial. So everything from diglycolic gallic acid, which is a fabulous ingredient for liver purification when you take it internally, but for brightening and detoxifying the skin. Palmitoyl tetrapeptide 7, a wonderful peptide that reduces the hyperpigmentation. So what you will see here is a lot of peptides, a lot of natural ingredients. And back in the day, when I was first starting in the skincare business, everybody was using hydroquinone. And of course, now hydroquinone is banned and you can't use it because there were tremendous side effects. So we are able to help with the reduction of the terracinase activity, with melanocytes activity by utilizing peptides and by utilizing more natural ingredients. So palmitoyl tetrapeptide 7, palmitoyl tripeptide 1, sodium ascorbyl phosphate, which is wonderful, wonderful glycolic acids. We have salicylic acids. We have willow bark extracts. We have so many terrific ingredients, including, of course, licorice root extracts. We have Laminaria digitata. We have Ascophyllum nodosum. So just look at the wealth of these wonderful ingredients that are all aiming the hyperpigmentation at 3 different levels, whether it is hyperpigmentation due to sun exposure, hyperpigmentation due to hormonal imbalance, or hyperpigmentation due to hormones. This is just a courtesy of Claire. She's a very well-known TV personality actually in Malta, and her favorite facial is a Biolight Miracle Facial with Glycosea Peel. So you can see before and after, and this picture is right after 1 procedure. So certainly after 5 treatments, you are going to see even greater improvement. So if the client doesn't have time for a complete 1-hour facial, you could also offer them the Biolight Express Brightening Facial. So the Biolight Express Brightening Facial is a 30-minute procedure that literally can be done while they're even doing their hair, or they're getting a manicure, or they're getting a pedicure, or they're getting a body massage. So it could be a wonderful add-on to any other service, because so often in my professional life, I have heard clients say, well, I just don't have the time. And I always felt that that was more of an excuse than the truth. So if you give them an option, well, don't worry, you don't have to be with us for an hour. We can do a wonderful procedure in 30 minutes or less. So when people say, how long does it take? The answer should be, how long or how much time do you have that you could allocate to your care? You see what I mean? So you don't answer 30 minutes, 50 minutes, 1 hour. Ask them a question. Engage in a dialogue. Well, how much time do you have that you could allocate to take care of your skin? You will then hear it. Well, I only have 15 minutes. No problem. We can do something for your skin in 15 minutes. And what we can do in 15 minutes is give them a Biolight Luminex facial. So that would be a simple cleanse, applying the mask, removing the mask, and putting on a protection like a face shield. So there should be never an excuse, well, I just don't have time to take care of myself. Everyone has 15 minutes to take care of themselves. So whether you offer the client 15-minute treatment, whether you offer to the client half an hour treatment or 1 hour treatment, everyone can benefit from professional care. Also, you can offer the client the Glyco-C peel a la carte. The SU66 comes in with 36 application. What I love with the Biolight Glyco-C peel, that many of my clients that own spas or salon also offer the Glyco-C peel as a hand treatment during a manicure. So here is another idea for you of how you can enhance other service while you're working on the client. I love these tools, and I'm going to use most of them so you can see it. LED radio frequency, silver ball massager, Ionta massager, Kanza One, and ultrasonic skin spatula. So the LED radio frequency EMS skin tightening machine, the LED therapy stands for light emitting diodide, which is a tiny computer chip that is encased in the glass. And each LED wavelength or color of light provides a unique benefit to the skin. Our handheld device also provides EMS, which is an electrical muscle stimulation. Your client, when you use this device, will feel a little tingling on the skin. The RF, or the radio frequency, it's a thermal energy that helps to stimulate superficial skin layers and improve the appearance of firmness. The electroportation, which helps us with delivering active ingredients and maximizing the efficacy of the product. Masoportation is non-invasive technique which applies tiny pulse current that help the surface layers of the skin to absorb key ingredients. And these are the different lights. So the LED red has 620 nanometers, which help with diminishing fine lines and wrinkles. The green light, 520 nanometers, is used to lessen the appearance of dark spots and sallow discoloration. Blue light, which is 450 nanometers, helps with the reducing the oiliness of the skin, and it's wonderful for treating problem oily condition. The amber yellow light brightens the complexion, 590 nanometers, and pink LED light treatment with 700 nanometers helps to reduce the appearance of sallow, dull skin and flashing pink LED has a tightening effect. The silver bow massager that is Repechage design is made of high quality stainless steel 316 gauge metal. It's heavy and employed with cream. It is wonderful to provide either a shiatsu massage, so you're not using your fingers, or reducing the redness and irritation in the skin. We also recommend the silver bow massager to be used for skin such as rosacea. Ionta massager has both red and green indicator. Red is a negative Ionta massager, and it helps to reduce the oiliness in the skin, and green helps to deliver moisturization effect. We're also going to use a Kanza wand for face, shoulder, and neck. And this is excellent for reducing pain, tension, and also is detoxifying. We love using this also on the hands or feet, especially if people complain with sore muscles. The ultrasonic skin spatula is a micro exfoliation and deep cleansing, and it's wonderful for unclogging the pores, diminishing excess oil, lessening the appearance of problem skin, removing accumulation of dead skin cells, and it helps with dull skin tone and dark spots. We love this ultrasonic skin spatula. Once you work very hard and you deliver a wonderful facial, depending on the skin type here and the time that the client wish to allocate, what is that you must not forget to do is at-home care. One of the chapters I have written in my book, it's called Work Smart, Not Hard, because we are working hard. So you need to work smart. And working smart is to remember that with every service that you provide, that you need to provide consultation for at-home care. If your client leaves your premises without buying any product, there is a 0 chance of them to come back to see you. If they leave your premises with buying 3 products, there is a 60% chance for them returning to see you. So working smart is a very important element. Look, your clients are buying the products. How do I know that? Because it's like a $256 billion retail industry. So remember that you have a choice of recommending to them the right products for their skin type, where they're going to see satisfaction and results, or letting them out of your premises, marching into their local department store and purchasing things that are wrong for them just because the salesperson was aggressive and sold them whatever they were selling at the moment. So it is our professional responsibility. It's not like, I'm not feeling like I want to sell today. No. You want to, and don't think of it, oh, I'm not a sales girl, I don't want to sell. It's your professional obligation. I have to tell you, in my salon and spa, when I first opened it in 1977, there was not one client that left my salon without purchasing at-home care. If they didn't buy what I recommended, they never got another appointment with me. It was just that simple. So there was no choice. If you come for a facial, you are going to use the products that I recommend. If you don't want to use the products that I recommend, please don't come back for facials. There are other places you can go to. And that was I have to tell you, that was my self-respect. Because I felt if I just spent with you an hour, working, breaking my fingers are crooked, I can show you that. worked very, very hard, you have to oblige by my recommendation. And if you're not willing, you should not come back. It was a very strong message. And that message got around to editors and people and clients. And guess what? The first year we were fully booked. I had 8 treatment rooms and we did 22,000 treatments that first year. And you had to wait 3 to 6 months to get an appointment with me. And I have to tell you, never be afraid of recommending a proper skincare at home. When you fail to do that, you're failing your profession, okay? So just hear these words and really believe in these words, because that is the truth. So with and for brightening, we would recommend a Biolight Brightening Cleanser. And look at these gorgeous ingredients. No, they cannot use dial soap on their face. They have to use a cleanser that's specifically designed to reduce the hyperpigmentation. What is here? We have brilliant ingredients such as licorice root extracts, willow bark extracts. We have terrific Laminaria digitata, Ascophyllum nodosum. We have wonderful grapefruit peel oil. We have ginger oil. We have sugar maple extracts. I mean, have you seen a cleanser like this anywhere? I don't think so. So this is a cleanser that is providing from moment that you use it, it's providing the right results for your clients, okay? So you have to insist on that. Following up with a brightening toner. Why brightening toner is so important? It's not just like, oh, they want to sell me another product. No, brightening toner refines, purifies, and clarifies the skin with licorice root extracts, willow bark, daisies extracts with seaweeds that are delivering the more luminous, more even toned complexion. The Biolight Brightening Skin Correct Serum, again, helps to refine the pores, helps to lighten discoloration, smooths out fine lines and wrinkles, because it has, again, brilliant ingredients. Look at that list. Laminaria digitata, Ascophyllum nodosum, licorice root extracts, watermelon fruit extracts, salicylic acid, willow bark extracts, digogloxyl gallic acid, it's a mouthful, and all of it is designed to provide an even skin tone complexion. And of course, the day cream, sorry, that was the Skin Correct Serum. Hello, Lydia, I must have a little bit more tea or coffee. But again, look at these great ingredients. So it's the Biolight Brightening Skin Serum, followed by the Brightening Day Cream. So you would use the serum twice, morning and night. And then the day cream you would use in the morning. And then the Brightening Overnight Cream would be used at night, followed by twice a day Brightening Eye Contour Gel. So the Brightening Eye Contour Gel has 3 peptides, licorice root extracts, and daisies extracts, because they have shown actually in a 14-day study to reduce dark pigmentation by 28%. The Biolight Brightening Miracle Mask actually was featured on Dr. Oz show, one of his favorite products. And one of my favorite products is the Biolight Brightening Sheet Mask, which is really, truly a miracle. You could recommend the client, once they come for the facial to your place, that they should use the Biolight Brightening Sheet Mask at least 3 times a week at home to provide further and more speedy effects and the results for reducing the hyperpigmentation. So we are ready for our demo. I know you are. So I'm going to walk over to our studio bed and I will be there in 1 second. See you. Can you come a little higher towards me? More. All right, hello there. I'm not using a face mask because this way you can hear me. And I'm using a face screen, so I'm not breathing directly on the client, and the client is protected as well. The face screen was engineered by our engineer here in Secaucus, New Jersey, but it was designed by one of our distributors in Italy. So it's kind of an international affair here, but it is a wonderful screen. It's really giving you the opportunity not to, I mean, for me, because I do a lot of these wonderful master classes, it gives me the opportunity to speak freely and yet to be protected. So the first thing you're going to do is do a consultation. This is the #1 most important step. Why? Because during this time, you will learn what are the main concerns of the client. What is that you're going to do when you analyze the client's skin? And you can discuss with the client the process, the procedure, and what are the expectations that they can have after the first facial. So this is a very important step. You always should allocate 10 minutes the first time the client comes in to provide them with the right expectation, consultation, and recommendation. So you ask about the allergies, you ask about the irritation, you ask about facials, how often do they have it? Do they drink water? Do they have irritation? Do they have allergies? All of those things are very important, okay? So now I'm going to ask Ms. Chen, what are your biggest concerns with your skin?
I have a very dry skin.
Okay, very dry skin, and are you concerned at all with the hyperpigmentation on the skin?
Yeah.
And I see you get a little irritated and red.
Mm-hmm.
Do you use glycolic or any kind of retinoic acid on regular basis?
I actually don't. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you scrub your face when you wash it?
No, I don't.
Do you use a washcloth to
No.
wash your face? Okay. Right. So I see a little topical irritation, especially on the cheek area, and dehydration on the surface. So there is loss of washed water or moisture from the skin. Do you go to saunas?
I used to, but not anymore.
Okay. Because saunas also are quite dehydrating on the skin. So you lose that transepidermal moisture from the skin, and then when it's not replenished, it gets the topical, the surface of the skin gets drier and drier and drier, resulting then in fine lines and wrinkles. So just so you know. Okay, we're going to begin with a cleanser. So again, everything is single dose. So we're going to remove the Biolight Miracle Cleanser, step number 1. And I'm going to apply the cleanser with a brush, because I don't want to miss any of the cream. I want to be able to use it all. And also because her skin is a little bit on the sensitive side, I don't want to do too much hand manipulation. So you can apply the cleanser with a disposable brush. I'm removing it as I go along. I'm removing it from a little glass bowl, which are reusable. You wash them with soap and water and you dry them, and you can keep them in your dry sanitizer. Always end all the movements, please, on the temple area. Then I'm going to take the spatula, the sonic spatula. So this is the Repechage sonic spatula. And what you want to do is to use it in parallel motion, parallel to the skin, not vertical, but parallel to the skin. This way you cleanse, but you're not going to irritate the skin. And you can see, I don't know if you can see it, but I can certainly see it, that it immediately cleanses the skin beautifully, right? Removes the makeup and gives us this nice, clean polish, right? Up of the forehead. How does it feel?
Good.
Good. It's almost like being by the dentist, right? When you feel the deep cleaning. I love using this skin spatula with the cleanser because it gives us just much more deeper cleansing without really needing to cleanse once or twice to get the skin really clean and prepped. You can use your fingers to stretch the skin as well. You can get into the more areas like around the nose area. Remove that. Go on the chin up. So you go on the chin upwards. Downwards on the nose. And to the side. So that's very, very nice procedure. And, it's just like very gentle, yet very effective in removing and deep cleansing the skin, prepping it literally
for the nice glycolic peel. You can really see that we're very successful in giving a nice deep cleanse. And then you're just going to take cotton, wet, warm cotton, not hot, and just remove the residue of the cleanser. I can already see that the skin is looking more even and brighter. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. We're then going to take cotton and basically make little cotton pads, put them on the eye area. And I like to now balance the skin with the balancing brightening toner. Just make sure that you don't start spraying directly on the face. Do it on the side and then move towards the skin, towards the face. Beautiful. This way we're balancing the skin. And we need then to just take the tissue and pad dry the face again. Don't rub the tissues on the face, just pad dry. Leave the pads on, leave the pads on, okay? And we're going to go into step 2, which is going to be the glycolic peel application. This is a pH of 3.5 with a percentage of acids 30, okay? So I have removed the glycolic peel into a little glass bowl again, and I'm going to begin the application. So apply it on the face with the fantail brush. I prefer the fantail brush for application of the glycolic peel because it's very gentle. So we just use the brush that's a little bit coarse. We use the sonic spatula. So you want to be now gentle with applying the beautiful glycolic peel. Wonderful. Now, if the client may experience a little bit of tingling, so you want to ask the client on a scale of 1 to 10, Ms. Chan, what is your tingling sensation?
Maybe 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10. When the client says 6 out of 10, you're going to take this amazingly expensive device. You can get it for $1, and it's called a handheld fan. And you're going to fan the skin, okay? So you want to provide a cooling effect, and the tingling sensation will be subsiding. And she's confirming by shaking her head
Yes.
that I am right. But I am always right. And my husband says, even if I'm wrong, I'm still right. All right, where are we now on a scale of 1 to 10?
0.
0. Success.
Yeah.
So normally you would keep, basically we would keep the glycoside peel for good, I would say, 7 minutes. But this is like a cooking show, so we're going to go on to the next step because we still have many, many, many steps to go through. But the fan really makes it very comfortable for the client. And I think that also is very important for the client to be aware of what would be the sensation. Because if clients are not aware, the right away, they feel like, oh my God, I'm allergic. No, you're not. You're supposed to be feeling tingling. So you have to just explain that's what you're going to feel. Now, if the client would say, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm burning, I'm on fire, it's 15, not even 10, remove it. It means it is too strong for them. All right. Then you're going to make these nice little cotton pads, cool water, and you're going to remove them. So apply the pads. This also cools down the skin. And then you're going to take and sweep out the peel from the face. Now, if you get the peel on the lips, the client is going to feel stronger sensation on the lip area because the skin is much more permeable there, right? We feel more sensation. And there are many nerve endings around the lip area. Okay, and then on the forehead, taking a tissue, covering the eye area again. And now we're going to use the toner, the Biolight toner, to neutralize the skin. Also, water neutralizes the skin already because the water pH is, what is the water pH? It's 7. So already we go from 3.5 to 7, and it's already neutralizing, but it's nice to totally restore the balance, the pH balance of the skin. Okay. We're going to, again, just make sure that you put away those stray hair. You always want to work neatly so the hair doesn't get all over. And what is important for you to do too is to check that the back of the neck doesn't have the water, because there's nothing more annoying, I have to tell you, than having like water dripping behind the neck. So it feels like ants are crawling. Okay, we are on to a step number 3, which is the Biolight Brightening Skin Correct Serum. Okay, so we're going to take the serum. We're going to apply it with the, again, a little brush, because I don't want to lose even a drop of the serum anywhere. And it just gives me this, you know, real control of how much serum. I don't want to lose any of it. It's precious, and I want to saturate the skin very thoroughly with it. It's really beautiful. Okay, and we're going to put some on the neck area as well, and the décolleté. Again, and on the forehead, and I'm going to use now a Iontto massager to massage the serum in. How does this feel?
Very good.
Very stimulating, but
Yes.
gentle.
Mhm.
So this is like wonderful, gentle vibration on the skin that allows you to help to absorb the wonderful active ingredients into the surface of the skin for better absorption and penetration, but you don't have to be very vigorous with your hands providing a vigorous massage. Okay. And I'm going to now use LED. And the client is, I'm going to put a little bit of the radio frequency, and we would proceed with the LED for approximately, I would tell you, about 5 to 7 minutes. Do you feel tingling?
Little bit.
So the tingling comes almost, the sensation of the tingling here is like gentle pin and needles. So it just feels like as if there were little needles going into the skin, but of course there are no needles here. So it's all through the electroportation, through the radio frequency, and through LED. So we would continue with this process for about 5 to 7 minutes. I use the LED at home as well, and I recommend for the clients, especially if they have a very intense development of hyperpigmentation, to use it with the serum and the sheet mask on a regular basis at home as well, to help with the process. Okay. Then going to go in and apply step number 4, which is our, I want to make sure you see that. It's our massage cream. So we apply the massage cream also on the décolleté. I don't want to lose any of it. And now you're going to use your hands to provide the massage. So while it's okay to do the massage at this step, because by now we kind of curated the skin, and you can do your manipulations. You can do your effleurage massage. You can do a light pétrissage. You can do a bit of deployment. Rolling movement. the massaging of the trapezius muscle feels phenomenal because this is where most of the people hold a great deal of tension. So doing kneading movement in the back of the trapezius, going down on the platysma muscle, it releases a lot of the tension from the client and purifies the skin. A bit of lymphatic movement, rolling. Then you can go into a shiatsu movement. Thank you, madam.
You're welcome.
And you can do now Kanza massagers on the décolleté, back of the trapezius muscle, down, up, down, up, down. That feels phenomenal as well. All the tension is going away now. The tightness, the tension, everything is gone. So muscles will be nice and relaxed, and the appearance of the client as a result is going to be much more useful. Because when we show tension on the face, you always will have that kind of stern look. You always will look older than when you relax and smiling and happy. Most important, happy, happy, happy. Showing happiness on your face. All right. How does this feel?
Makes me feel very happy.
Happy, I love it. She's smiling, happiness. And we love our clients to be super happy. Great. And that whole temporal area, it feels so good also by the jawline, where the upper and lower jawline meet. There is always a lot of stress, and relaxing the client in such way is just purely amazing, and clients absolutely love it. After use the effleurage movement. You see how gorgeous this looks? Oh my God, they're really gorgeous. So all the irritation and the redness has disappeared. It's all just gone. And I'm going to apply this first. And then this is our wonderful mask. It's with Ayosa seaweed. And that just feels wonderful going on. It's very cool. And it smells so amazing. So the species of seaweed we use here, it's called Ulva lactuca. And Ulva lactuca looks like sea lettuce and has a wonderful enzyme in it It also helps with skin's elasticity. So not only are we working on reducing the hyperpigmentation, but we are also working on basically helping the client with elasticity of the skin, making the skin look and feel much more youthful. Okay, so you want to come pretty close to the eye area. And then we're going to apply it on the neck as well. All right. And come, like I'm showing you, you can come with the mask close to the eye area. And now we're going to put eye rescue pads on the eye. And we're going to take a tissue. And I have this little mini silver ball massager. And I'm going to massage the eyeball area, okay? Now, our eyes, we normally massage the eye contour, but we never massage the eyeball area. And our eyes are very tired because we spend so much time on the devices that this kind of extra wonderful treatment makes a whole difference for the way the client is going to experience, the way they're going to feel, how relaxed not only their whole body is, but how relaxed their whole, eye and area and everything. Just brilliant, okay? And during this time, when the mask is on, you would do a hand massage. So let's go to a full view. And we have in Vicky, our skincare instructor, perform the hand massage. And we are using for this purpose the Repechage C-Spa hand cream. So while Vicky is doing this and performing a wonderful, relaxing and invigorating and nourishing and hydrating hand massage, the client is experiencing a wonderful service. So you always have to think of what else can I do for the client, right? So remember, I told you that the first year we were fully booked, and this was in 1977 when we had inflation, recession, and everybody was moving out of Manhattan, and yet we were able to be 100% fully booked. Why? They got great results, but they got wonderful experience. And those are the two things you have to think about. Great results, but also wonderful experience. So we will continue, have the client continue to get great results. And I will come back to the desktop so we can have some questions that we will answer for you.
Okay. So Tony, do you want to be the moderator?
Of course, I would love to. I want to say thank you, Lydia. That was an amazing masterclass. I love how we've added in just improving the client experience and not just giving them wonderful results, but really enhancing the experience that they're having when they come in to see you. And I think that that really sets the treatment apart, the experience apart from other places and other experiences. I hope the students have appreciated and have learned a little something about what they can do to make that experience special.
Sure.
The tools were amazing. I will say, speaking from experience, that mini silver ball massager for the eye socket massage, incredible. I've experienced that, just absolutely love it. We currently don't have any questions in the chat box, but I want to ask, is there anyone that would like to share a question with us? Anything we can answer for you?
Hey, this is Markham.
Hi, Markham.
And a quick question. With COVID, what is the best practices for if we were to incorporate some of the tools just from a safety sanitation standpoint?
So that's a great question. So every tool comes with instructions of how to sanitize it properly, because every tool needs different procedure. So for example, the Kanza one, we wash the copper part with, again, soapy, warm water, and then we can dip just that part into a vinegar for about 7 minutes. We remove it, dry it, and put it into a dry sanitizer. The stainless steel silver bowls can be basically dipped in alcohol, 80% alcohol, for about 20 minutes. What else did I use? I used the silver bowl, the Ionta massager, the same thing. We would use alcohol, and also the LED, we would use, right, the skin spatulas, all of that. But all of that has instructions. Each one is a little bit different.
I can provide you with a list of those
Yes.
items and the instructions, specific instructions, Markham.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
So Markham, did you enjoy the process of the treatment? Because it's kind of a little different than our standard step-by-step Biolight facial. So this is kind of a master level by incorporating the devices, but certainly the Biolight facial can be still done the way it is written as the standard protocol.
Yeah, no, I love the fact that, basically you said, how much time do you have? And if you have 15 minutes, we're going to take the same treatment and customize it for you. Or, the more time you have, the more, expanded the experience can be for you.
Right, right. So, in my experience always has been that very often clients just literally want to get out of having a facial because they think, oh my God, I'm going to be there for 2 hours, or I don't have time. So when they say, how long does it take? Never answer by asking them a question. Well, how long do you have to give us, and then we will customize the facial that will suit your timetable. You know what I mean? Because whatever you will say, then they will say, oh no, that doesn't work for me. Do you know what I'm saying? But if you give them a question they have to say yes. I mean, that's the way it goes. It's just always never answer. Always ask another question.
Does anyone else have any questions?
Hi, this is Miss Brown. Can you hear me?
Yes, we
Sure.
can.
Hi. My students are asking a question of you, Miss Lydia. They're wanting to know what and how do you respectfully implement your policies for mandatory product purchases when they come in the salon for these services? What's that verbiage sound like?
Okay, that's a wonderful question. I love this. Thank you. Thank you, students, for asking this question. So, of course, you're not going to say, hey, it's my way or highway, right? They would not like that. But I always ask during the consultation, are you satisfied with the results that you have with your skincare products? And do they deliver the results that you are expecting? So you're asking them the question. Some of them may say, well, yeah, okay, I'm not very happy, but you know, that's how it is. So by then engaging in the conversation, and then follow-up conversation would be question, so what are your main concerns with your skin? So they will say blackheads, hyperpigmentation, wrinkles, my skin feels dry, my skin feels sensitive, whatever the concern might be. This is your opening to say, I recommend strongly, you use the word strongly, I recommend strongly to improve your condition and to give you the results that you want, the following program at home. And focus in the beginning on 3 products only. So you're speaking from the stage of authority, but you're not being overly aggressive.
What products would they, like, what does she recommend the most, like the 3 most important products be?
If you hear her, she's asking, what would you recommend the 3 most important products? I'm thinking it's contingent on that skin, but is there something like a default would be the most important that you would focus on for a client?
Right. So for example, for the facial we just did, which was hyperpigmentation, uneven skin tone, sensitivity, the 3 most important products that I would recommend for this client is the cleanser, because whatever, to me, it was very obvious, whatever she was using at home was too strong and not cleansing the skin properly, as you have seen it. I would recommend the cleanser. I would recommend the toner, and I would recommend the day cream. So I would recommend first these 3 products. And as she would be returning, I would then recommend the serum. I would recommend the eye cream. I would recommend the overnight cream. So always add on something else, but have her leave with the essentials, which is always the essentials, is proper cleansing, proper toning, and proper moisturization.
Good, excellent, good. Thank you. Any more questions, Jeff?
Thank you. I think that was a wonderful question,
Yes.
Lydia.
So let's go back to Vicky, because we are on that hour that we need to finalize. So Vicky, remove it. Wait, we're going to get to you. All right, good. So the mask will come off, is elastic, and it will come off, roll off the face in one piece. And you can actually see how
Wow.
even tone the skin looks, how just glowing and hydrated. So at the end of the mask removal, you're going to just gently, you don't want to rub it all off because everything's really wonderful on the skin now. You're just going to remove the, some pieces of the mask that is on the face. And I think you can actually see the difference even between her neck area and the décolleté, how much brighter that skin is in that area. So it's really gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous results. And Miss Cheng looks really beautiful, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So while Vicky is cleaning it up a bit, let's go back to the questions. Okay, so are there any other questions? And Ms. Brown, I loved your questions. They were really, your students had a very good question. So do we have questions from other campuses? Please don't be shy. Unmute everyone, please. We are unmuting you all, so please feel free to ask any questions your students may have. It could be comments as well. We welcome a dialogue. Okay.
Looks like we're all set here.
Okay.
Lydia, if the students were interested in purchasing the eye globes, could they purchase them off the site?
Sure they can, and Tony can get back to you and let you know how they can do it. The little eyeball is really terrific. So we're going to go back to Vicky for a second for the final step, which is the application of a moisturizer. Oh, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Looks really beautiful. So we're applying the final step, which is step number 6, is it? Step number 6. So the Biolight facial has 6 steps. And we're applying the day cream just with light effleurage movement. And then you can show at the end of the facial, you can show the client a mirror so they can see the results. That is very important. So let's go to full view. And let's show the client a mirror. Nice. How do you like it? Very good. Very nice.
Beautiful.
Very clear.
Glowing.
Glowing. Excellent. Terrific. Great experience. You see, the skin looks good, but the great experience. So I want to say thank you to Health and Style Campuses. Thank you, Markham, for being here today. And thank you to all your team and to you, to your continued success and to the success of your future professionals. We are happy to be here for you. And I am Lydia Sarfati, and I'm happy to say good luck. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone.
All right. Thank you so much, Lydia. It was wonderful.
Thank you. Bye-bye.